I get to the scene a little after 4 a.m., just as they're bringing out the first body. Vincent and Maroney both have nearly 20 years in on the force, and they look like they just had their guts ripped out. A paramedic nearly drops the stretcher because he can't stop himself throwing up. What the hell is happening to my city? How many more like that inside?
8 or 9, at least. Couldn't say for sure, Captain.
3 hours ago, a homeless veteran stumbled into this abandoned factory looking for shelter from the storm. Poor soul. Beat cop found him running down Broadway screaming his lungs out 10 minutes later. I don't blame him. I've been in combat, seen plenty of dead bodies, but I've never seen anything like this. Still, I'm not all that surprised, all the changes Gotham's been through in the last year. Like the Batman trying to wage a one-man war on crime and corruption. Helped me take down a lot of crooked cops and got the mob's hand from around the city's throat. For a while, at least. But in the end, no matter how you look at it, the landscape of the city has changed. The Red Hood character a few months back was the first sign. Fool running around in a costume taking down scores. Disappeared the first time he got a look at Batman, though. But since then, it's just been a waiting game. Waiting for more of these freaks to start crawling out of the woodwork. And it's not just Gotham. The whole world is changing. Read about some Superman in the Daily Planet a while back. And someone called the Flash in Keystone apparently runs faster than the speed of sound. I guess this is my world now. Cops and killers and gunmetal blue and people who do things like this.
Captain Gordon.
I was hoping you'd be here. What do you think?
I think it's bad. Some of these people have been dead for nearly a month. I think whoever did this was practicing on them.
Good God.
And I think this is just the beginning.
Oh, great. What the hell is happening to my city?
Dinner with Henry Claridge at the Gotham Gentlemen's Club is boring. More so than most the functions Bruce Wayne is invited to, even. Claridge wants Wayne Industries to finance a joint venture with his own corporation. Some kind of new chemical factor. I use the old, "I'm just a figurehead" line and tell him I'll speak to the board, but I know too much about his securities fraud troubles to ever really do that. He prattles on anyway, this man who's had everything in his life handed to him, and who still manages to find ways to make poor people poorer. I pretend to listen, mulling over the details from last night's crime scene. What kind of mind would create such horror?
Like this, for example. Whose tax dollars do you think it was paid for all that renovation?
Just 2 weeks away from its scheduled reopening, just outside the city, Arkham Asylum has a long and brutal history, beginning when its own architect went mad, hacking his workmen to death with an axe. He was convicted and sentenced to spend the rest of his life in the same dark halls that had sent him over the brink. Hopes remain high, however, that this newly renovated structure will, work. Heh, 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 heh.
Good evening, Gotham and Gothamites everywhere. I thought I'd take time out of my oh-so-busy schedule to say hi and make a few not-so-veiled threats. So hello, goodbye. You're all going to die. Sorry, sometimes I kill me. Especially when I think about killing you. But hey, before we get to the wholesale destruction part of our little terror experience, let's pick out a few of our favorite sons for a special shout-out. Henry Claridge, I'm looking at you, old boy, and your future looks dim indeed. In fact, if I were a psychic, I'd say that the bell would certainly be tolling for thee tonight at midnight. Oh, what the hell. I'll say it anyways. You die at midnight, Henry, and then we can all have a good laugh at your expense. Bang! Now, what the heck is this? I guess you just can't trust old ammo. Luckily, I brought a backup.
What do you What do you make of that, Wayne? Wayne?
This man, this killer, will be long gone by the time I reach the parking garage, I know. But I hurry anyway. If I'm lucky, I can get to the scene before the police this time, before they've trampled over all the evidence. But it's not all about luck anymore. I've done a lot to shave the odds in my favor. And it's about time I gave this car a trial run in the real world.
Vehicle conversion activated.
Yes, I'm confident I'll get there long before Gordon and his men.
He's been here. Nothing is out of place, but I can tell. Let's get a move on, people. We've got rain coming and I don't want to lose evidence.
One shell casing here, Captain. Small caliber. Probably from the bullet that killed the cameraman. Some show prints over here. I'll get started on a mold.
Right. The strange thing is, I'm glad he's been here. My wife and niece were watching that broadcast with me tonight. I saw their faces. This psychotic has to be stopped, and fast. I'm going to have to look inside. Be right back.
Yes, sir, Captain.
Okay. What have you found?
Not enough. But enough to make me worried. It looks like he spent some time in here waiting for that TV crew to arrive.
Great, so he's a poet now, too.
No, he's a murderer. Plain and simple.
He's a lot worse than that, and we both know it. I mean, Christ, he slaughtered those people outside just to deliver a message, and let's not forget last night's little atrocity exhibition. What does he want?
He wanted the TV crew's mobile transmitter van. With minor adjustments, he'll be able to broadcast live anytime he wants now.
Good God. This city's going to go crazy if he really does kill Claridge tonight. You know that? As it turns out, we don't have to wait until midnight for the city to go nuts. By the time I get back to Central, they've already scheduled a press conference. Commissioner Grogan makes me stand around his window dressing while the mayor lies to the media.
Situation well in hand. I can assure you that this madman will be brought to justice and swiftly.
Like a true politician making promises he can't keep. And who looks bad if things don't go smoothly or swiftly?
Captain Gordon is personally running the investigation, and you all know Jim Gordon's record as a hero cop in this city. He'll take your questions now.
Gordon, is Henry Claridge going to be safe tonight?
Captain Gordon, can you tell us if you have any leads?
As always, I can't comment on the progress of an ongoing investigation. However, the GCPD is doing our best to protect Henry Claridge and the rest of the citizens of Gotham.
So the GCPD can't guarantee Claridge's safety?
There are no guarantees in this life. We'll do our best.
Is it true police have dubbed this freak the Joker?
I hadn't heard that, but the name fits.
What about the Bat? Is he involved in the Joker case?
I'm sorry, if there are no more real questions, I'll get back to work. I got a killer to catch. Gorgon will tear my head off later, but I don't care. I wasn't hired to play nice with the press. I'm a police. And right now, I've got to figure out how to keep Henry Claridge alive.
Claridge is a jackass. Won't wear a vest and refuses to go into protective custody. So Gordon and his men have to lock down his whole building. Not as easy a thing to do, but Claridge is an important donor to the mayor's re-election campaign, so he gets special treatment. I can hear Gordon inside yelling at someone to get that newscopter out of here. Claridge is laughing, like this is all a big joke, but his voice quivers as he chuckles. He's scared to death.
Mr. Claridge, I told you already, you need to keep away from the windows. We don't know what we're dealing with here.
Huh, come on, Gordon, huh? I mean, this guy's just trying to put a scare into me. Heh heh.
Well, he's killed a lot of people to do so, if that's the case, so what say we take him seriously for the time being?
All right, have it your way. Heh heh.
Captain, we've got a problem.
What is it?
There's movement in one of the air shafts on the 23rd floor.
Gordon here, what's the situation?
We're just pulling him out now, Captain.
Don't take any chances, this man is dangerous.
I said get on your friggin' knees, dirtbag.
Easy, easy. I'm with the Gazette.
All clear, Captain. Just some idiot photographer trying to get a scoop.
I want that fool brought downtown in cuffs. This isn't a game.
Heh heh. Hey, Gordon, look at the time. Heh.
Looks like you were all worried about nothing. Heh heh heh.
Wait. That quiver in Claridge's voice wasn't just nervous laughter. Damn it.
Ha 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 ha. Gordon, ha 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 ha. Help, ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
No, hold your fire.
He's dead. Never had a chance.
Damn it.
Captain Gordon?
We're supposed to,
Guns down, damn it. And none of this leaves this room.
I've compromised you. I should go.
Captain? Sounds like we've got another situation.
A situation. I can hear the screams and car horns from 6 blocks away. The Joker had played us all for fools. Williams Medical Center, the facility that housed the criminally insane, is a block away from here. Damn it. In a few weeks, these men would have been out at Arkham, where they could only hurt each other. They aren't responsible for their actions, I know. I don't care. I count 2 dead and 8 injured. This stops now.
No! Get away! Help me!
Mama's dolly makes too much noise. No fair, I was playing.
You're real.
This is too much public, but it couldn't be helped. More screaming a block down Van Meter Avenue. How many psychos escaped tonight while we were all waiting for Henry Claridge to die?
And at approximately 11:48, the doors get blown inward. Looked like he used C4 on them. Impact from the explosion killed these orderlies. Before the guards could rumble out of their hub here, he sprayed them with a machine gun. Got a statement from one who survived. Said it was this Joker character, for sure. Said he didn't even look at them. Killing them wasn't even important. Next, he takes out the orderly here at the dormitory door. 1 shot between the eyes. Kicks open the door to the Psycho Ward dorm.
Sorry to wake you, but I'm looking for some volunteers.
Tosses out a bunch of loaded weapons as a greeting to his new fan club, and invites them to join him for a night on the town.
Now, who wants to have some fun?
How do we know all those details?
That guy. There. He saw the whole thing go down. Guess he's too afraid to even leave the room after dark, so he stayed put.
Thank God for small favors. How many inmates are missing?
Looks like 16. Most in for homicide or worse.
Homicide or worse? Great. This is one hell of a night, Murtaugh.
Only able to track down and capture 6 of the Joker's escapees before sunrise. No sign of the rest, which means he now has 10 insane men at his disposal under his influence. I can only imagine what he wants with them.
Are we going to be sleeping at all this morning, Master Bruce?
Not today, Alfred. I've got too much work to do.
So, it would appear. I do insist, however, that you get at least 10 minutes rest and meditation before going back out tonight in this.
Took a blood sample from the reporter killed yesterday, and another from Claridge last night. Hopefully I'll be able to analyze this poison. Must be 2 variants, fast-acting and slow-acting, which may help me know what to look for. If my hunch is right, I'm sure it is. Claridge had already been exposed to the poison before Joker made his announcement. Just as I get the chemical analysis running in the computer, Gotham's new nightmare makes a command performance.
Good morning, Gotham City. Looks like good old hero cop James Gordon was unable to stop the fulfilling of my prophecy last night. But don't let it get you down, Jimmy boy. Some things are just fate. And as we all saw on this morning's wonderful newscasts, I took advantage of all that distraction to help free some poor misunderstood souls. What a part we had last night, I tell ya. Oh, the horror. Ha 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 ha. And hey, I've got to say, I like my new name, the Joker. Funny that I didn't think of that. Ha ha. So I bet you're all asking yourselves, what can old Joker do to top last night's show? How about another death match? J.W. Wild, the hand of fate points your way. You die at midnight. As for the rest of tonight's entertainment, well, That'll just have to be a surprise, but I promise you'll die laughing. We now return you to your usual dreadfully boring day.
Scanning. Scanning.
By 3 p.m., the traffic on both the Kane and Sprang bridges is backed up into downtown. It's not as bad as it would be for a hurricane warning, but it's bad. Especially when you consider this is a panic generated by one man. Of course, as far as Grogan is concerned, this is all my fault. He wastes a lot of time tearing me a new one. But I don't know what I could have done differently. It's becoming more and more clear that we're not dealing with someone who has a motive other than causing terror. And the sad fact is, if that's all he wants, he won't have a hard time finding it. Hell, if that's all he wants, in some ways he's already won. Was anyone just in my office?
Not that I saw... Oh, wait, yeah. Think the janitor was cleaning up in there.
The janitor. You're getting too good at this, my friend. Jay Wilde spends the day undergoing a batter of tests, but the only thing we find is high cholesterol. No time-released poison is in his system. Turns out he was on the West Coast until the wee hours of the morning and arrived home just in time to hear the threat against his life. So, if the Joker wasn't able to get to Wilde before his announcement, then he must be planning a direct assault. I tell my men to expect the worst. They do. Luckily for us, Wilde's home has a top security system, and as it's separated from the city around us, it's a good place to protect him. Though why I can't get these news copters out of the area, I don't know. Tomorrow morning I'm yanking some licenses. Damn vultures. Can't stop looking at my watch, though it feels almost like time is standing still. Just the dread of waiting. No more from my friend, but I assume he's out there somewhere. This is Gordon. What's it looking like out there?
All quiet so far, Captain.
All right, keep me posted. Every cop in Gotham is working a double shift and the streets are practically deserted. Thank God for that. Too many innocent bystanders died last night. I can't have any more on my conscience. You should really have that mask at the ready, Mr. Wilde.
Oh, yes, I suppose so. What time is it?
11:58.
You must be slow, Captain. I've got midnight on the dot.
No, I've got the correct... Damn those helicopters, what the hell does he think he's doing? Oh, hell. Get to Wilde, damn it, keep him safe. He's in the house.
Too smart creating all that chaos and cutting the power at the same time. Be rushing in here with night vision goggles on any second now.
Don't panic, that's what he wants.
Let's see how he likes a surprise of his own. Flashbang. Should blind Joker even more than the cops, since he's wearing the night vision.
Hey, who put on the lights?
I did.
Get off! You're wrinkling my threads, buddy boy!
Hold your breath, Bruce. Steady.
Over here.
No. Hold your fire, damn it.
Whoa. Oh, you? Why am I not surprised? And they say you're an urban legend.
This psychopath is laughing. I'm about to break his bones, and all I can hear is his laughter echoing through the whole house. No, not an echo. It's Wilde. Damn it. He's fast, and I'm distracted. Idiot. Arr! One chance is all he needs. He's in the wind. Literally. And inside, Gordon is finding out what I already know. Jay Wilde is dead. I've failed. But hopefully not entirely. According to the coroner's report, Gordon gets rushed through the next morning. Wilde was grazed by one of the Joker's bullets, which was laced with poison. Probably one of the shots he fired as I threw the flashbang. And my hope for anything but failure from last night is met with more disappointment. The tracking device I attached to Joker isn't transmitting. Either it got damaged, or he's somewhere that blocks the signal. Possibly the sewers. Have to check on that later. So what am I left to work with? All I have is his victims. 2 men he picked seemingly at random. Or did he? Dangerous to assume a pattern with a madman, but it can't be an accident that 2 of the men he freed were veterans from the helicopter corps. Have to believe there's a method to his madness, or I'm just stumbling blindly. So I'll follow the only lead I have. There were numerous links between Wilde and Claridge. Both were investors and on the boards of many different corporate entities. But the only one that sticks out is Ace Chemical Processing. Wilde and Claridge were the main investors in the plant when it opened 20 years ago. And this is the place where, 3 months ago, Batman fought the Red Hood. Too much of a coincidence not to look into.
Who did you say you were with again?
The National Globe, working on a story about how environmentalists are driving corporate business out of the cities.
You got that right. Saying we've been polluting the harbor all these years.
Old man Claridge was trying to get another plant running outside city limits, but, well, I'm sure you heard what happened to him.
Tell that to all my boys can't put food on the table for their kids now.
So how many men do you have here now during the closing procedure?
It's just me and Earl, my assistant manager. Another week, we'll be done, and then we'll be out of a job too.
Now word is you had a whistleblower here.
What? That's the first I heard of that.
Oh yeah, I'm certain there was a name listed on the report I saw. I don't have it written down here. But if I could get a look at your personnel records, they might jog my memory.
You're out of luck there. Had a fire in the records room just after the plant shut. Lost everything. You sure we had an insider leaking stuff to those bastards?
Absolutely.
Hey, Earl, listen to this. We're all out of work because one of our own guys was talking to the feds.
Really? Well, I'd sure like to get my hands on that SOB.
I'm sorry to ask, Earl, but how did you get that white stain there?
Oh, this? Got too close to the disposal tanks one day, hit with some splashback. No biggie. I hardly even notice it anymore. Should have seen some of the other guys. Blake Schneider stuck a hand in there once and the hair on his arm turned all green.
Could it be this simple? Joker and the Red Hood are one and the same? One criminal mastermind transformed into another? Problem is, there are big differences between them. The Red Hood never killed anyone, and Joker kills with almost every breath he takes. Another problem. I'm fairly sure the Red Hood was never the same man twice. Body language was too different each time. Assumed it was a gang trading off the helmet for heists.
Master Bruce, are you there?
What is it, Alfred?
Your tracking device just started transmitting. I'll send the location through the car's computer.
The signal emanates from an abandoned survey and planning office in Old Gotham. Like a lot of this area, the office has been unused since the early 1950s. I find the tracking device on the floor near a recently shattered window. Must have gotten pried loose as he wriggled through the broken glass. So, what did the Joker want here? Most of this information is completely out of date. It'd be useless, except for some maps, like the sewer system. The current network is built in conjunction with the original structure the city was built around. So if someone knew what they were doing, they could get all the way from one side of Gotham to the other without ever leaving those tunnels. I was planning to check the sewers tonight anyways.
No Joker appearance on the TV today at all. I'm so tired it almost feels like a relief, but I know it's just a calm before the storm. Of course, the low-level skells are taking full advantage of the situation tonight by looting everything that's not chained down. Just another sign of a powder keg ready to blow, I suppose. God, I hope this is over soon. I need to sleep a whole night through again someday. I need to see my family for more than a minute at a time.
Sewers yield no answers. People have been traveling in them, but there's no way to know who. A lot of homeless practically live down there. Meanwhile, my city has started to lose control of itself. At least I can do something about that. Turned out to be a busy night, but the kind I'm more used to. Average scum, not the kind that wear disguises. 2 days of work on this now. Difficult to find an antitoxin for a poison that was never meant to have an antidote. The question is, will I need it? If I'm right, and Joker is the Red Hood, then his vengeance may already be complete. And if his plunge into chemical waste did disfigure him, then revenge would be a typically paranoid response, blaming others for his own actions. But something is still missing from this puzzle. What about his poem? What did that mean? He claims to want to kill the entire city. Was that just a smokescreen for his true motive? Hard to believe anyone would kill so many people just to hide a motive, but we're obviously not dealing with a rational mind. So, how do I figure out the plans of an insane man? I never prepared for this. I planned for the killers, the muggers, the rapist. Desperate people doing desperate things. But I never imagined something like the Joker.
Master Bruce, I hate to interrupt your thoughts, but you're going to want to see this.
Just because I'd taken one day off, you were rid of me yet, did you? And tonight, your dear old Joker's got something really special planned. The rich and powerful have lorded it over us little people for too damn long. Tonight, it's their turn to suffer. So, this is what I like to call a twofer. At midnight, I'm going to do away with both Judge Thomas Lake and Gotham's favorite socialite bachelor, Bruce Wayne.
I pretend I've just woken up and know nothing about Joker's announcement when the police call. Then I act stunned and terrified. In reality, though, I'm just confused. Why is Bruce Wayne a target? Unless Joker really is just picking random names out of the social register. Which could mean my assumptions about him are wrong, and the link I found is worthless.
Really wish you'd take this, Wayne. It could save your life.
I understand your concern, Detective Russo's. But if anything happens, I've got my own team of physicians standing by. So, I'm sure I'll be fine.
And what exactly are these doctors going to do if you start laughing and turning white as a sheet?
They'll administer a shot to slow his heartbeat, stopping the spread of the poison. Then we'll get him to the hospital.
Okay, and what if the Joker kills the doctors first?
Good point. I think I will take that mask after all, Detective.
I thought you might.
Lucky that Captain Gordon is with the team protecting the judge tonight. What I have planned might not work around someone as sharp as Gordon, because I've got to get away from these cops. Whatever Joker is up to, whether he's actually going to attack Bruce Wayne and Judge Lake, or if we're just a diversion, Batman has to be free to act. And there's only one way I can make that happen.
Yeah, all clear over here. Wayne's fine. Except for the usual rich guy BS. Hold on, Captain. We may have a problem.
Ha 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 ha.
Joker got to Wayne somehow. This doesn't make sense. It's barely 11:30.
Hey, Captain, something's happening outside.
What? What is it? Oh God, he's hitting both fronts early. This isn't right. What the hell is going on? Down, get down. Somebody cover Judge Lake. This is Gordon. We're under attack. Repeat, we are under attack.
Keep him still. We have to administer the injection.
I'm trying. He's strong.
Ha 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 ha. Losing control. Not what? Expected. Fool. Dose. Not fatal. But hadn't counted on mental strain. Can't stop. Fighting them. Yes. Yes. Slow it. Relax muscles. Heh heh heh. Body weak. Brain still. Burning.
Sir Bruce, going to... I now. You.
Alfred. He did this to me. He made me. This way. I'll kill him. No, not right. Not.
Elm me. Him on. Get him to... hospital.
Mother, this evil town, Gotham, took you. Stole my life. Stole my family.
Come on, Bruce. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Don't be a big baby, darling.
No. Wait. Don't go. That way.
Is this the kind of man I raised? Afraid to walk down an alley at night?
I told you there's no need to be frightened.
No. You can't. Just like all the rest. Killers. Rapists. Liars. Idiots. Cowards. Take everything. Ruin it. Wreck it.
Hey kid, what's the problem? You okay, kid? Take care of you. Gonna be fine. What happened, kiddo?
All of you. All the same. Let this happen. No better than him. Kill you all. You took my parents. Deserve to die. I'll kill you. No.
Sir Bruce, wake up.
Alfred, what? Where are we?
A few miles from home. I administered the antidote and have been trying to revive you for 5 minutes. I'm afraid we're under attack. Ran into them a mile ago. I assume they were on the way to Wayne Manor, but our plan beat them to it.
This is all a diversion.
Excuse me, sir.
I know what Joker's planning now. I've been in his head.
Are we certain we've regained all our facilities, sir?
Oh, very. Is he?
He'll live. Go. I'll see to the survivors.
No time to get to the manor for my car. This'll have to do. Gordon, come in.
Gordon here, who is this?
Who do you think?
You? Where the hell were you? I just spent the last 10 minutes under heavy fire here, and Wayne is dead too. We blew it.
Wayne isn't dead, he's on his way to the hospital. But his ambulance got attacked. There were some casualties.
What? How do you...
Listen to me. You need to call the reservoir and have them cut off the water to the city now.
Why?
He's going to kill them all. The whole city. That's what he wants.
How do you know this?
Because yesterday he was looking at maps of the old reservoir bypass system. I just didn't get it then.
All right.
You have to tell them to shut off the water. He's going to use the bypass to pump in poison from the old reservoir.
There's no answer.
Damn it. I'll have to do this the hard way. I'm a minute away, but it takes me 5 to get there. Gordon's people will be here soon, but it'll all be over by then. I was right about Joker's motives. I just didn't understand the full nature of his desires. His poem explained it perfectly, though. He'd get personal revenge on the people who made him what he is, and then the whole city would follow his fall. His fall was into a vat of toxic poison that spilled out into what should have been a clean bay. So he poisons Gotham's water supply, and everyone dies laughing. In his sick mind, we're all to blame just for being alive. I understand that now, that paranoid anger and hate. He may be a genius, but that hate is all he knows. It's over, Joker. Give it up.
You again? You're like my own personal bad penny, aren't you? Always turning up. I'd stay right there if I were you, Batsy. If I flip this lever, the floodgates will open into the viaduct, and then Gotham dies.
I can't let you do that.
Really? And how the hell do you think you're going to stop me?
Like this.
What did you just do?
Destroyed the viaduct. I rigged it with C4 on the way here.
But you just cut off all water to the city. You've crippled them for weeks.
Better crippled than dead.
Boy, you're really a piece of work. Do you know how much planning went into this night? I mean, a lot of people have died, so I could be here.
I know.
And yet, you just ruin everything.
Shouldn't have spelled it out for me, Joker. Made it too easy to get inside your head.
Oof! Okay, just have to kill you instead.
Keep forgetting how fast he is. This water is filled with enough poison to kill thousands. It would be so easy to just let him fall into it. So many are already dead because of this man. I can't. Damn it. I can't.
I'm disappointed, Bats. Ha ha. Thought you were gonna finish what you started.
Who says I'm done?
I say...
This'll have to do.
Okay, Uncle, you win. I'll kill them. Some other time.
No, you won't.
It takes the city a few weeks to calm back down even after Joker is locked safely away in Arkham. Not in any database, so we'll probably never know who he really is. He's certainly not saying if he even knows. Wayne was so glad to survive his part in all this that his company rebuilt the Gotham Viaduct at no charge. People were sweaty and miserable for a week, and by the end of it, water was going for $10 a bottle. But we survived. So, how are you doing?
I've been better.
Still blaming yourself for all those dead people?
Maybe. If Joker was the Red Hood, then I did play a hand in his creation.
Did you put the hood on his head and the gun in his hand? No, you didn't. You saved the entire city from that deranged madman. Give yourself a pat on the back, I say.
I'll take it under advisement.
You do that.
So, was that your idea?
The mayor's, actually. Should have seen Grogan's face when he heard about it. Thought he was having an aneurysm. Yeah. I thought you might say something like that.